Hello everybody and welcome back to our League of Legends first win of the day Let's Play. I need to apologize to you all in advance. There will be no system audio for this recording and I have no idea why. I've been fiddling around with this. I've had so many troubles. You have no idea how many of these I've tried to record. And this is the first one I've actually had it where my voice and the video and everything is all playing. The only thing we're missing is system audio, and to me that is the least important part of this. So I apologize for the weird silence in the background, but we're back. This series has been away for a while, and I'll explain to you why that is in the middle of the game. But first, let me explain to you who we are and what we are doing. As you can see, there are a lot of the same champions on the field. This is a new game type that Riot has just recently added to League of Legends. It's called One for All mode. Currently, we are playing the champion Fiddlesticks, and I'm the unique Fiddlesticks. I have a skin for Fiddlesticks, so I'm the one who looks different than all the rest and has my name above me. But basically, I One for All mode is all five of the champions are the same for either team, and like it doesn't matter um, if the teams have the same champion or not. Like you can't see what the other team picks, but all of your team will be the same champion. So there are five Fiddlesticks here, and the enemy team consists of five Nidalees, uh, which is a pretty fun matchup, I'd say, because we're both ranged champions. Right now, four of us are waiting in this bush for a gank that never actually happens because they're getting blue buff. As you can see on the minimap, they are over here getting the blue buff. For the middle champion, they want to make sure she's as strong as possible. But yeah, I don't do so well in the early game of this video, so I apologize for that. But I get a lot better. The later the game goes, the better I get. Uh, so bear with me. It may be a little bit bad in the beginning, but it'll be all right because we get through this. Uh, so basically, since we're all five Fiddlesticks, I'll explain his abilities now. His Q is a fear, causing the enemy to flee. At max rank, it's like 3 seconds. So it's 3 seconds where they can't do anything but run. And they just wander around randomly with that. Drain is his second ability, and it steals health from the enemy champion. And this is a really good ability because the cooldown is so nice. Like you can drain at max rank, and by the time you're done draining, the cooldown is already done. So you can drain infinitely as long as you have mana, and it'll just keep stealing health from an enemy. I think it steals, what does it say right now? 60%. I think it goes all the way up to 85%. So you're stealing 85% of the damage you deal. And you can use this against any champion, any enemy, whatever. And then his third ability is a bouncing crow. You'll see me use it in just a second here. Uh, there we go. See that crow bouncing all over the map? That is me. That's my third ability, and it silences everyone, which is really good. And his ultimate is also very, very good. Um, Around him there's a giant circle that goes around him, and I deal damage to everyone inside the circle. And this goes on for a few seconds, 5 seconds, yeah. And it's really a nice ultimate, and especially when there's five of us. So you can do some crazy things with his ult. I apologize if I don't see what's happening in the other lanes because the sound is off. It's unusual. But let's talk a little bit about our opponent, Nidalee here. Nidalee is a ranged champion as well. Her ultimate allows her to transform, so she has two sets of abilities when she gets her ultimate. Not quite yet. But see, I'm taking a bunch of damage here because she has a lot of early game poke. Her Q is a javelin. She throws that spear of hers, and it does damage based on. See, I feared her right there and used my drain. It does damage based on how far away she throws the spear. So the further she hits me with that spear, the more damage it's going to be doing to me. They just recently nerfed that a little bit, but you know, it's still a decent poke, especially at the early game. Her second ability places a um, a trap that shreds magic resistant armor, and it lasts for quite a while. It doesn't have a lot of vision. They just recently nerfed that as well. Her third ability heals her, which is kind of an annoying thing to fight against. But both of us, both Fiddlesticks and Nidalee, have some sort of self-healing, so it does match up. It would be better it would be way worse if we were another champion. And then her ultimate just transforms her into someone else. I am very low health here, as you can see. One more spear might be all it needs to finish me off, but luckily I've been okay at dodging some of these. Uh, and I steal some health back here. Just a little worried about dying. General strategy with Fiddlesticks is to use his drain, max his drain up first so he does as much damage as possible, then max the fear so that fear's duration is as long as possible, and then you can just fear someone and either ult onto them or drain, and it'll take almost all of their health. I stick around here, and like I said, I don't do perfectly in the first little bit, but my team does very well for the first half, and that really helps the game along. And I get to the point where I start carrying us as well. So yeah, let me explain a little bit where this series has been in the past gosh, I don't even know. It's been probably over a couple months since you've seen a League of Legends first one of the day Let's Play video. But basically, I have had trouble getting this to actually record. Oh, it's been a struggle. I've recorded about 5 of these intermediate in between since you've last seen this, and none of them have worked. Either my audio didn't record, or the the video was completely gone. I don't know how that's possible, but it just got my voice. Like it was just horrible. There was nothing I could do to fix any of them. I tried for quite a while, and this is really frustrating now that the game sounds are gone, but my voice is here. And it makes just the video a little bit less fun, and I apologize for that. I've been fiddling with it for about fiddling. I've been trying to get this to work for several minutes here, and I just decided, you know what, game sounds are the least important aspect of this anyway, of the 3: video, my voice, and the game sounds. So let's just take it for now, and the next one hopefully we'll get it better. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to get I'll get that worked out, but it's been a real struggle to get this to record. I considered switching to Fraps, but Fraps looked really ugly when I tried it, and I just want to make sure that I get the best video quality first, best commentary second, and then third, best game sound quality. So yeah, I'm really sorry about this, guys. I've wanted this series to be more continuous than this has been. And ooh, that was a nice spear toss right there. But I'm gonna try to keep up consistency with this now that I've found some way of recording it. Uh, and we got another kill down there. It looks like it was a bot kill, or no, top kill. I'm sorry. And yeah, that will all be fixed eventually. I'll make this series what it once was. I can no longer, as I said, record footage directly in game. It's going to be post commentary until I get a new computer or something like that. Just because I just want this to be uh, the max frame rate and everything that I can get from it. Uh, it still is a little jittery, but that's just low replay. You can't do anything about that. It's just glitchy. Um, but we're doing well in this match. We're up almost 1,000 gold at 10 minutes in, which isn't bad. No turrets yet. We did get first blood and a 2-kill. We have a 2-kill lead, including the first blood. I'm playing very defensively here because Nidalee is a pusher. She can stay and harass minions to death, pretty much. I drained the wrong enemy there. And recently, I've started smart casting or auto casting. I'm not sure what the actual term is, but basically that means that I cast the ability on the closest enemy near where my mouse is, so it's a little bit difficult for me getting used to that. I used to click on everybody, and that's just slower in general, is why I've switched, is because I didn't want to have to click on everybody. But basically, my team here has played Fiddlesticks before, and we've been typing back and forth to each other a little bit in here. You can't see chat in LoL replay for some reason. I'm not sure why. Uh, I'm sure I could figure a way out to get it, but it just seems like a little bit unnecessary, and also maybe a distraction in the video. But basically, uh, the guy Stomp on Your Nuts, I think was his name, he said to rush a Banshee's Veil, and Banshee's Veil will protect us from Nidalee Spears. It'll block the next incoming enemy spell, which is really good passive that you don't have to worry about activating or anything like that. Um, Nidalee lands a spear there, and I just drain myself back to full. Well, nearly full. And then she hits me again. But, yeah, it'll protect us from that harass, which is a really smart idea of him. I wouldn't have thought to do it. So I credit him for pointing it out. And yeah, so that's pretty much what turns the tide. When we all have a Banshee's Veil, they're not going to be able to hit us uh, for all of our health like that. Nidalee used to be a lot worse to fight against. She jumps on me there and gets the kill. I didn't think she would go in, but she did and got out. That's what I meant by losing a little bit in the beginning. But from there on, I turn it around, I promise. Another new thing about the game, sorry if I was talking about something different, but another new thing are these trinkets. These are new, and they're free at the start, so you can automatically take one. And we all just happen to take the sweeping lens, all of us, which is really, really unusual. I've never had that where we all accidentally pick up the same trinket. But basically, they're free. The most basic one is it places a ward, which have also been, I don't know, balanced is the right word, but I'd say nerfed, to be honest. You can only place 3 wards at a time per person. Their goal with that was to make it so it's not just a support's job to ward, which is fair, but that also makes it really difficult on everyone else to spend money in an inventory slot on a ward when it was easier to just have one person do it, and I didn't mind being that person also. But yeah, that's something new. The second one that is a sweeping lens that reveals enemy wards and traps, and you can destroy them, which is really good against Nidalee because she has traps that she can place. So we can use that to get rid of those. And basically that's just to get rid of there was a potion that used to do that, like it used to reveal an area around you. It would reveal wards and traps and invisible units. And now they have this sweeping lens instead, which is way worse because the Oracle's Elixir is what it was called, was it's really good. It lasted for like 4 minutes or something like that, and you could just go around and find all the enemy wards. I guess that is a little bit overpowered, but there I go. I ult onto her, take away all of her health and flash, or not all of her health, but a lot of her health and flash. So that was a good ult for me. I got rid of that. And I tell my teammates, in case they want to come down, that she does not have a flash left to use against me. Since I died, I was able to go back. I got the Spectral's Cowl, which is going to build into a what's it been choose it? A Banshee's Veil. That's right. That's what I was talking about. And it grants 15 health regen per 5 seconds, which is really nice. For up to 10 seconds after taking damage from an enemy champion. So as soon as she hits me, I'm gonna start regenerating my health, which is very kind item. And right now it's just kind of a war of attrition. We're just gonna keep poking each other back and forth, and whoever gets the best trade with spells is going to ultimately win. Win the lane anyway. Who am I fighting here? Persian 1. She has 96 farm, and our highest has 57. I am very not satisfactory compared to farm. She has a lot more than me, 15 more than me. So she's winning this lane technically because she has a kill and double my farm. She also has a complete item built, the Rabbanon's Death Cap, which you guys have seen before, which increases ability power by a ton. So she's going to be doing a lot more damage to me than I am to her at this stage. But I have some crowd control effects that she doesn't. She doesn't really have a lot besides her traps to slow me down or get me out of commission. But I have a fear, and that is very, very, very important. And I also have a drain, or drain to recover health, and a silence to make sure she can't cast at me, um, which is very, very nice. All combined. Fiddlesticks has a good kit. I like him. Kit refers to the spells that he has. So he has a nice set of spells, is basically what I say when I say he has a good kit. Um, he's one of the champions I first picked up and started playing. He's really easy to learn. So if you guys play League of Legends and you're looking for a new champion to learn, Fiddlesticks is one I'd recommend because he is fun to play. And he's not weak, but he's not super strong either, to the point where people will hate you for playing him. But right here, I've got her down with my ultimate and my drain, and now we just see a dead little kitty in the road. Um, and I start smacking her tower down. Fiddlesticks has very low attack damage, so his auto attacks aren't going to be doing much, and that's okay. He's not really supposed to be built that way anyway. Um, but yeah, that was a good kill for me, especially because she got me once. The later you get a kill, generally the better it is because the cooldown or the revive timer is longer, and it also just does more for your team. You get slightly more money the longer the game. I think the longer the kill goes. I think no, actually, it's the opposite of that. If it's before 2 minutes now, they changed this. If it's before 2 minutes, you will start. Uh, your kills will get less money. Like so, if I got a kill within the first 2 minutes, I would earn less money than I would after that time. But otherwise, kills are always the same depending on how well your enemy is doing. So yeah, I got the full amount of gold for killing her, which is good. And she was down for longer, which means I got to push longer than she got to. And yeah, all this great stuff. Let's see what she has built since she went back. She has built a Tear the Goddess, which makes complete sense. Nidalee needs mana, and Tear the Goddess is one of those that helps with that problem quite a bit by every time she casts a spell, she is going to gain permanently, I think, 4 mana, something like that. 2 or 4 mana, somewhere around there. At this point, my team is losing by about 1,000 gold and 1 kill, but we're tied towers and everything, so that's good. But yeah, basically, she's gonna get permanently 4 mana per spell she casts, so she can spam a lot more, and it's just overall a pretty good item for people who need mana. It's not horrible to get on Fiddlesticks, but it's just not something I ever do. I feared the freaking minion on accident, and his fear has like a 10-second cooldown, so I have to wait on that. Um, but other than that, I feel like Fiddle's cooldowns make sense. Like they're quite basic to understand, like the time wise and everything. They all seem very balanced to me. I think that they're not enough to the point where I'm annoyed about how long I'm waiting to use my spells, but also not enough that I'm like, oh yes, this is amazing. I could just spam my spells and kill this whore. But yeah, sorry, that was really aggressive. But yeah, League is something I played a lot of over the past little while. Just because of this new game mode, this is a temporary game mode, so this is not something that's gonna stay in League of Legends. So this is a unique video. I'm probably not gonna do another one of these. I'll resort to normal gameplay after this. But basically, we've tied our score up. I would go watch what's occurring, but don't want to. I'm ulting in right now onto her, and she is jumping with all her might to get away. And I just decide, you know, and I'll just go back and kill some minions. It's worth more time to me than chasing her because she's way, way faster with her cougar form. But yeah, this game type is what I was saying. This game type is only temporary. This is not something they've added to the game permanently. So if you want to play this for yourself and it is before December 2nd, 2013, then you can play it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to because it is gone, more than likely. They are going to add some back, I think, of the game types that they're going to be adding. Uh, so maybe you'll see it then if it's the most popular. Well, it's the only one that's come out, so it's obviously by far my favorite. It's really a fun game type, and I like the ability to have everyone be the same champion. Uh, it adds so much fun like to the game, and you also don't have to own the champion uh, to play them. Like you can play you just one person on our team has to own Fiddlesticks for us to all be able to play Fiddlesticks. So since I own Fiddlesticks, my whole team was able to play Fiddlesticks. I think it's a really good way of sampling champions besides just the general free week that you get um, every week. So this is I think it's a really nice way of allowing us to try new champions. That's why I like it so much, and just the fun things you can do with it. If you'll notice, I have a glowy veil around me that just disappeared. That is the Banshee's Veil. It prevents the next incoming spell against me, and it has a fairly short cooldown. Like you'll see when it's up again. So I can just hold off against Nidalee until my my well let's see. I'll just check. It has grants a shield that blocks the next enemy spell. Shield refreshes after no damage is taken from an enemy champion for 25 seconds. So that is a 25-second cooldown. Looks like bot just got a double kill, and they're pushing it up. But yeah, see, now it's already up, and I'm going to be resisting her next spear that is coming my way, or next uh, swipe in cougar form. And that's very, very nice. It hurts Nidalee really hard because a lot of her damage comes from that spear that she keeps throwing at me. So um, that I'm going to be able to prevent all that. See, like just now, she hit me with the spear, didn't do anything to me whatsoever, and I am completely able to just go ult behind her and barely hit her with it actually, but still it was a good ult, not horrible. Um, I get my minion killed instead of me by running behind the spear, or behind the minion instead of the spear, running into the spear. But yeah, this is a shorter game. We only have about 5 minutes left of video before the game is over, so you'll start seeing more kills come in from me. Um, I just keep waiting for my fear, which is right back up again after I used it. Uh, and my drain is already up, so I can just do the same thing to her that I just did uh, without any fear because my Banshee's Veil is up. So I just gonna wait for her to get a little bit too extended, or look, she's out of mana completely now, so she can't even throw another spear, and basically I'm gonna be able to go in on her without really any consequence as soon as I want. And right there is when I want. I'm gonna fear her, drain away half her health, and go back to killing minions like I do. Here we go. We have two people coming in, looks like from bot lane, to help me out. And they're joined by two other people down there that I just now noticed. Uh, but freaking hell, double ult like that is just devastating to their health. There's no way they're going to be able to survive through that. Um, they pick it up really quickly, and we decide to push out the lane with three different crows bouncing around and drains flying and fears ready. It's going to be a really difficult one to get away from. We're going to push out this lane a little bit. At this point, I am 1-1 with a few kills. I'm going in on her, but well, I would have gone in on her, but she ran away with barely any health. Let's see how much she had. She had 50 health. So that's like one auto attack from me, maybe less. But they're heading back. We're just gonna hit this tower a bunch until that happens. And at this point, I signal that I'm gonna go in as soon as possible, or get this one. Um, we go ahead and fear her and drain. I lose my friend here, but I get their health. And I get out, it appears. Yep, I get out. I got the kill on her. That's all I needed. Perfect. So I'm 2-1-0 now. No assists. And I'm building towards a Zonya's Hourglass, which I have talked to you guys about before. It prevents me from taking damage for 2.5 seconds once I activate it. And that, well, basically, that just is really nice. So it gives me time to get out, use my fear, maybe if I need to. It'll just save me some damage. I can, on Fiddlesticks, you can use your ult and then just Zonias, and it'll prevent you from taking damage, but your ult will still go off around you. We go ahead and fear this lady right here. Both of us drain on her. And, oh, she barely gets out like that. She heals herself back. But at this point, our team is safely punishing them. They have 13 deaths while we only have 7. I chase her. She misses her jump over the wall. And I'll take that kill right out from under them. And at this point, I feel confident enough that I could take on Nidalee down here. I'm on a killing spree, and there's 4 of us here. She is in trouble. We have a fear on her. I ult in and get that kill like a boss. Just to secure it, we get just to secure the tower, we get our minions and start wailing on it. I think we'll take it here too. But as you can see, the time on the bottom right is running out. So we're going to take that, and we're going to go in over here. I turn around once I see these two. And I go ahead and fear the other one that he hadn't feared, drain on them. He ults in. And they stand in it. Not sure why. But I get the assist there for helping him get it. And we're chasing down this one. And do I have my ult? No, I don't. I have 70 seconds. So he has a decently long cooldown on his ult. I'm heading around here for the sneaky dive onto them. I have just enough mana that I feel like I could drain someone to death with, yeah, just enough to drain someone to death. But it looks like everyone's up here. We have a fear on her. We're triple draining her. And I get the assist. Dang it, I thought I got the kill. But we're all going around after her. She's going to get out, it appears. But we're going this way. I'm going this way anyway. And I find the sneaky ones who I sit and drain on. They did not build any magic resist. So I do tons of damage still to them. And I'm backing off. But I get interrupted by that spear, so I back off a little bit further to go back. They're still shooting arrows at me, shooting spears at me, but they surrender, and we win the game right there. So here on the victory screen is where I'll end it for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Once again, I'm horribly sorry about the game sounds. I promise I'll have it resolved by the next time. If not, you will never see an episode of this again. No, I'm kidding. We'll continue on without game sounds if need be, but hopefully I have that figured out. Final score 9. They had 9 kills. We had 17. I had 4 of those. So not quite the carrier of the team, but still quite a good game for me. I had the second highest farm by one creep is what I lost to, and 4K gold, no, 3K gold advantage. So thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.